Yeah, this is the Wolverine game. Wolverine looks good. Very gory. Which I guess is what they're going for. It still feels lame, gay, and Disney. But, he kind of looks like Wolverine to me, and they're going for the brutal Wolverine feel.
Redhead. Might be our only lead.
We're making him a detective for some reason. I mean,
the industrial park.
Is he any different from Batman?
All right, let's search the area.
How is she on that roof?
Status update.
I don't know.
Perimeter stable. Holding position.
Female soldier, awesome. So cool. Yep. Oh, yep. Yep. Brutal takedown on a female soldier. Don't you love that? It's so awesome that we have women in our games who are just getting slaughtered. That's so cool, dude. But I guess you could say like, oh, this is kind of cool. This is really Wolverine, right? The gory takedowns. It's kind of cool, but you know, one of the problems I have with the goriness of a lot of liberal media products, games, the gore is not necessary, or it's not stylized, right? It's not creative. It's not artistic. It is torture porn. That's what it is. It's this weird death porn. It's how do we just kill people in games in the most like horrific way and get off to it? Like, that's what it feels like. With so many of these leftists making these games, it's not a style. It's not an artistic choice. It's not a theme of the way that you're making a character in the world that they inhabit. That's not the purpose of the gore. It's just there to be showy. It's there to be desensitized. It doesn't have a place in the world that you're creating. And that's the thing I don't like about this, is that it feels out of place. The gore in this game, it's so vibrant. It's so cartoony. It's so over the top. It's like, yeah, it just doesn't feel like if we actually made a Wolverine game, this is not the kind of gore that you would have expected, you know? This feels like a weird liberal's idea of like jerking off the gore, and I don't like it. I think it's actually gross and disgusting. I want them to actually have a creative vision, and the gore is a part of the theme of Wolverine. Obviously, a guy that fights like he does, there's going to be a ton of gore just associated with him, right? So it makes sense, and I think he's always supposed to be a brutal character. So it makes sense on its surface, but they're leaning into it in a way that just does not feel like they're trying to honor the character. It just feels like they're trying to do something. It feels like they're pandering to the audience in a weird way. It's like liberals have this sick and they have a lot of sick and twisted fantasies. They have sick and twisted sexual fantasies, right? They're the ones that are furries and homosexuals and all kinds of other things that are sick and twisted. But liberals have a fixation on a lot of messed up stuff that just goes beyond, you know. Okay, I'm not going to pick between my words here. So, right, just common sense. We're applying common sense here. They have weird fixations that goes beyond normal people with gore, sex, I guess substance use. Yeah, that's also the case. You can, well, and then political ideologies, right? It's like, well, we can mutilate children and people chemically. We can castrate them. We can try and just swap around genders. They're into all kinds of just messed up, sick, and twisted stuff. And they do everything in their power to shame us to think that it's just normal. And now we have to accept these things, right? And that's what this feels like in this game. It feels like with Wolverine. We're not trying to make a Wolverine game. We're trying to make a liberal's wet dream around gore and just brutalizing people with the powers of Wolverine. And that's what I don't like about this style here. I love the diversity. That's awesome. Love the diversity. really makes me immersed in the world of, you know, Wolverine is supposed to be an American character. America is supposed to be a white country. Yeah, so having equally diverse characters in a game surrounding Wolverine is completely immersion breaking. Where are we right now? Dude, like, why? Are these American soldiers? Okay, America is a white country, so why do we have diversity people? Or are we in some other region of the world? Because I can't tell what it is then, because it's just equal diversity people. Think about this, by the way. Isn't it so crazy that they will spend millions of dollars for DEI to be placed into games? They will spend millions of dollars to ruin games, make games lame and gay, but not spend millions of dollars on DEI instead to make games as good as humanly possible? Isn't that crazy that they will throw money at these products to make them crappier, not better? Isn't that crazy? It's insane. So many studios would have killed for the budgets that so many modern games get 15 years ago. There's so many games that were amazing. Look at that ugly, hideous child. Again, what are these, alien designs? What is this? It's not even alien, dude. Why are we saving that thing? Why does he care? Oh yeah, by the way, Deborah Wilson found her way into this game. Awesome. I freaking hate Deborah Wilson, bro. If you've watched a lot of the videos, a lot of the reviews on my channel. Oh, yep, prosthetics. Prosthetics. We're getting the DEI disabled people now. Yeah, Jean Grey looks like a Karen. Awesome. A liberal feminist Karen. Probably smells too. Hairy armpits as a woman. Just gross.
There you are, Red.
Yeah, dude. Totally the love of your life, right?
Jean? Is that you? Don't worry.
Asking for the woman, not the man. That's intentional by the writers. The woman comes first, not the male character. Jeez. Bro, look at how freaking liberal these henchmen look. Wow, he's getting wrecked. Wolverine has a bunch of wounds, huh? It's interesting how wounded he gets. Very gory. Jeez. Holy. Oh look, ugly woman and male villains getting away who look totally amorphous. Look at that ugly, hideous Deborah Wilson who's just a random Deborah Wilson stranded in the wilds in a Wolverine game. You know, I feel like Wolverine's pretty cool in this game. But they surround him with all this DEI gay crap. Okay, you know what I can't stand with games like this? The gameplay is more cutscene than it is game. This is one of my biggest issues with these movie games now. Is, you know, it's so funny. Movie games used to be some of the worst games to ever come out. Everyone knew just how bad movie games were once upon a time. Now, apparently, movie games are like cream of the crop or whatever you want to call it. It's so funny because you keep noticing with all these games that like you're button mashing to activate a bunch of gameplay cutscenes, and that's all it. That's why I've never liked the combat of these games. I don't hate that it's stylized and it's so eccentric. I don't care about all that, or I'm not hating on that. Maybe it's a better way of wording it, but you know, my issue is, and this is a huge issue, like Final Fantasy 16, for instance, it's just a freaking cutscene the entire time. It's not actual gameplay. You're clicking buttons to watch the screen display colors. That's not a game. Where's the challenge in that? There is no challenge. You're mashing your controller or your keyboard, and then you're just watching colors display on screen, and that's it. Is that a game? Just make it a movie at this point, dude. I don't like movie gameplay. I don't like it.
Get out of my way!
Get wrecked. Kind of funny. Oh. The other thing about freaking leftists, whenever they make games, the henchmen and the villains always look so uninspired and amorphous. There's just no personality. It just feels like a clutter of ideas that just do not blend well together. There's not a cohesive concept behind what the villains or the henchmen are supposed to look like. And this is in everything. And it just feels like it's always that same generic blueprint of look. And then they change the colors and they add a couple of glints and they add a couple of new edges. But like the base framework is the same. It feels like the henchmen of all these games. I mean, we always get the same like molds, parasite or like zombie replacement kind of esque looking villains in other games, right? Whenever you're supposed to have an infestation type of enemy, they all look the same. They look like a blob, a pustule. It's always the same look. There's nothing unique about it that's like, oh, I wonder what this in-universe idea of this enemy type or fungus or whatever, I wonder what the idea is. They don't think through the design of characters anymore. And yet they're throwing how much money at these projects and they cannot flesh out the ideas. I don't know, the weapon looks so uninspired. This would be so cool if it didn't feel like this was made by Reddit. This is Reddit's idea of Wolverine. Actually, this is a little bit better than Reddit's idea of Wolverine, because Wolverine here doesn't feel bad. It's everything surrounding him. It feels like he's fighting Reddit. That's literally what this is. This game feels like Wolverine is fighting Reddit.
It's over for the redhead. Let's get you guys out of here.
Are you a superhero?
Ugh.
Kid. I'm Wolverine.
Ow. It's not a bad look for Wolverine, but wait. Is that a sexy woman? Oh my gosh, a buff female villain, dude. Boz, are you kidding? Dude, make it stop. All right, is that a sexy chick right there? I wonder which sexy chick. Bro, this story's gonna be so uninspired. It's gonna have all these forced emotional moments with terrible delivery and pacing. I feel like his character isn't bad. I feel like the overall character model is really good. Was like, why does the men in every game that comes out now, the men always look great. They look like Chads most of the time, or not, but they never the feminists working in these studios, for a while, they were kind of making men look measly and pathetic at times in certain games and just not very inspiring. But slowly these women are like, oh wait, we're in the industry now. Oh yeah, we agree. We don't like ugly people. Oh, everyone's right. We should make the men look like Giga Chad supermodels. Meanwhile, we have to make every woman look like a Karen, because we have to make the women reflect the female developers who are super ugly and washed up. But the washed up female developers, they're like, well, I deserve Chad because I'm ugly and washed up. So then they make every male character appealing to the female gaze. And so we're noticing with a lot of characters in these games that the men are always the best looking characters. They're always the most sexually attractive. And the women are so hideous and manly that you're like, what the frick, dude? I'm sorry, make every woman look like a sexy whore, okay? What are we doing like we used to? This is just lame and gay. What are we doing? But, you know, these women think that men should just love them for their lousy personalities, and as if we just don't care about how youthful, hot, and attractive they look, and how well put together they are. Oh yeah, we totally don't want to bust it to a hot chick with nice breasts, nice BMI, pretty face, long hair. Yeah, we don't want that. We want a Karen with short hair, no breasts, boyish body, or manly body, or just no body at all. Dude, it's so bad. Yo, who? Okay. Again, he gets a shirtless scene, but we can't get a freaking topless scene with the women in gaming anymore. Lame. I thought we fought for equality, right? Lol. That's Mystique. Got it. Is she even hot? Does she have big breasts? No, I bet not. Lame.
Some folks can't wait to die.